It's 10:27 in the morning and it's snowing and we're gonna start drinking.
This is my show, gosh darn.
What's up, friends? I am Miranda and we're making cocktails today. Just a disclaimer. I'm not a bartender, but I'm gonna be a bartender for today. You all asked for a video on camping cocktails. I've mentioned how I like to bring alcohol as one of my luxury items, and then I reached out to you all to get some good recipe ideas. So today we're going to make those. You might be used to carrying beer or boxed wine or whiskey in a flask when you go backpacking. So this is just gonna be a little bit of an elevation of your standard alcoholic beverages. I have 5 different you can't tell I'm holding up 5 fingers. But I have 5 different drinks that I'm going to make. I'll start with the simplest and then go all the way up to an REI exclusive cocktail. The first cocktail that I'm going to make is using a tea bag and instant drink mix. In this case, I'm using Earl Grey tea, gin, and instant lemonade. So here I have a tea bag and some gin. I think I have about 2 ounces of gin in there. I'm using Earl Grey and gin, but if you prefer bourbon and chamomile, then you could do something like that, or really whatever your heart desires. So I've been infusing this for about, I think like 10 minutes. And then into this, I'm going to add some water and my instant lemonade. This says that you should add 16 ounces of water. Great, we're not gonna add 16 ounces of water because the cup's not that big. Hopefully it still tastes good. I probably put way too much instant lemonade in here, but maybe that'll just mask the taste of gin. Ooh, yum, that's good. Is it time to drink it now?
Give it a sip.
Oh my God, wow, that's so good. This is really delicious. Damn, I kind of can't tell that there's gin in it, which feels really dangerous. I think this would also be a really good option for a hot drink, like a hot toddy. Boil some water and then add your tea bag to infuse your gin in the hot water and then add your instant lemonade. There's our first, easiest backpacking cocktail. I'm gonna chug this and then we'll do the next one. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna do that. For our next cocktail, we are going to be muddling and rehydrating dried fruit with liquor. This is actually one of my favorite ways to elevate my liquor drinking experience in the backcountry. So here I have a variety of different dried fruits and fresh fruits. I have crystallized ginger, dried mango, orange, and dried pineapple, and then I also have some fresh berries. For this drink specifically, I'm going to use crystallized ginger and bourbon, I think. Maybe I'll use crystallized ginger and the crystallized orange peel. Yeah.
Spontaneous.
We're gonna do it. So we're gonna do ginger and orange. I wonder what that would be. Ginger, orange, and bourbon. What kind of drink is that?
You're in uncharted territory here.
All right, so I have my crystallized ginger as well as my candied orange peel in here, and we're going to add some whiskey to it. Whiskey is my favorite alcohol. I should have done that for you.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'm going to add a little bit of whiskey in here. I'm using a measurer because I don't actually know how much is the right amount, but obviously you don't have to measure. All right, so that was about 2 ounces, probably. Hard to know for sure.
If only you had some measuring device that you could know with.
Don't you like that I'm using the measurer? I'm actually gonna let this infuse for a little bit, kind of similar to how we did with the gin. You can leave it in there for as long or as little as you want. So I'm kind of like mashing my ginger in here. I guess I don't have to do this. You could just eat the crystallized ginger out of here, but I'm trying to like get the best of both worlds. And I want fruit that is reconstituted in liquor, and I want liquor that tastes like fruit. Boozy fruit. So I'm calling this a drink, but I feel like it's more snack because you like have the alcohol, but then you also can snack on the dried fruit. Cool, let's see where we're at. Wow. That's so good. I should have added some water to this. It's just straight whiskey. There you have it. Dried fruit and whiskey. That tastes like whiskey. Our next drink mix actually uses fresh fruit. This was a drink recipe recommended to me by Katie. She calls it the Bishop Boulders Bourbon. It is a Satsuma orange or a tangerine mixed with bourbon and brown sugar. Katie said that this was one of the drinks that she uses to make friends at the crag. I'm all about making friends. So what I'm gonna do is peel this little, what is this, tangerine, clementine, orange jello? What is this thing? Just tiny citrus?
Satsuma.
Satsuma. So we have our clementine in the bottom of our cup here, and then we're going to add some whiskey. I don't even know why I'm bothering with measuring anymore. Probably 2 ounces of liquor. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. So I have a sugar packet here. I feel like I'm only gonna add half of this. A whole sugar packet seems like a lot of sugar. I'm gonna add the whole sugar packet. So I have my sugar in here with my alcohol, and then I also have my fruit. I'm a big fan of orange and whiskey. This is basically just a fresh version minus ginger of what we made earlier. So this really would be like an old fashioned. I'm just muddling the orange in here now. Right? Back of the spoon.
You need to whittle.
Oh, I'm gonna whittle a muddler. I'm going to whittle a muddler. We're upgrading. We have an actual muddler here. A true muddler. All right. I feel pretty good about this. Should I add some water to this? I probably should, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. A little
I
water.
like my money back from this bar.
So I have my Satsuma orange in there, some brown sugar, or just sugar in the raw in this case, some whiskey, and then a tiny bit of water. That's great. Man, I do love whiskey. So good. I feel like this would be an easy one to make with like any fruit that you have. The nice thing about things like tangerines or Satsuma oranges is that they're really small and they're great as snacks. So this is just a great way to like add this to your flask or add it into your drink to make it a little bit tastier. There you go. Fresh fruit muddled with some sugar. Yum. The first 3 cocktails that I made are great for backpacking because they use dried fruit ingredients, things that you might already have for your oatmeal, or fresh fruits that you might snack on, and they're really easy to mix into your cup. The next cocktail that I'm making is definitely better for camping because it requires a little bit of prep work. Forgotten what is in it. Lime. Generic peach citrus sparkly beverage. I have Tajin, which is a spice mixture. Tequila. What's that song about tequila?
Tequila?
Tequila. Dun, 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 dun. So this next cocktail that I'm making comes from an REI employee. This is what she refers to as a Palomita. So to start, we are going to chop up our lime. I think I just want like an 1/8. We're gonna squeeze that in the bottom. Next, we're gonna add a few shakes of Tajin. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this stuff? Do you know? Chili pepper, sea salt, citric acid, lime juice, and then some other stuff. Oh, so there's like extra lime. All right, so we're adding our tequila. We're gonna stick with the same 2 ounces of alcohol as we've been doing for all of the drinks. 1.5 and half. Cool, so next is grapefruit soda. I guess I don't wanna put in, maybe just half of the grapefruit soda. There you have it. Let's see how it tastes. Whoa! Wow, that's so good! Dang! Wow, this is delicious. So this is like a full-on drink. This is like something you could like order at a bar. It's so good. It's so, so, so good. I mean, to be fair, I'm also have been drinking alcohol for the past hour and a half, so I think everything tastes good now. Cha, thank you. This is delicious. I never would have thought of a drink like this. Great, Palomita. So our last cocktail is actually a personal favorite of mine. This recipe comes from one of my old coworkers, Josh, and the name of the cocktail is High Maintenance. I'm going to be mixing this cocktail in my Stanley thermos because it is a good one to make multiple servings of and then share with other people. So that's what we're gonna do. For this cocktail, we need bourbon, or whiskey in this case, sweet vermouth, fresh orange juice, cherries. Not just any cherries though, maraschino cherries. 1.5 times 2 is 3. I'm just gonna guess we would need 1 more ounce. And that's 4 ounces of whiskey. Next up is 1.5 ounces of sweet vermouth. Everything's fine. 1/2 ounce of fresh orange juice. This is 1 ounce, so we'll do half of this. 1/2 ounce doesn't seem like very much, but I'm not a mixologist. And then we're doing a spoonful of cherries and 2 to 3 dashes of bitters. Oh, bitters! Bitters! And then cherries. All right, so a spoonful of Luxardo cherry juice. We've got 2 little cherries in there too. All right, great. And then we're gonna give this a good shake. This is just a straight up cocktail. And now the chainsaw begins. Perfect. We're almost there. Let's give it a taste test. I figured I'd just wait for the chainsaw to be done chainsawing. All right, let's give it a taste test. Ah, it's so good. Ah, so good. So there is a chainsaw in the background. Chainsaw! There's 4 ounces of whiskey in here, 1.5 ounces of sweet vermouth, and some bitters. That's a lot of alcohol for one person, so this is a great drink to make and share with other people. This one, again, is called the High Maintenance. Thank you, Josh, for letting me share this Insider REI cocktail with the Miranda and the Wild crew. And that is my fanciest cocktail. So I mixed 5 different cocktails here. They all vary from like really complicated with lots of different ingredients to something really simple that just requires instant powdered drinks and something like a tea bag. The other thing I didn't mention is that Noon tablets are one of the most highly recommended drink mixers in the REI community. So Noon, I know you guys make really great stuff for sport and exercise and electrolytes, but apparently you also make excellent drink mixes. So if you want to get your electrolytes and also get your drunk on, Noon.
It's noon. Time for a drink.
Hopefully this gives you a good idea for different ways that you can vary your backcountry bartending, and maybe you'll chainsaw. Obviously, being outside can be dangerous, so please drink responsibly and make sure that people know where you are and don't drink more than you can handle. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button. If you have any of your own favorite cocktails, please let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new ways to up my backcountry bartending skills, and I will see you all in the wild. Cheers! I am seeing double in this camera